you are signing in already. We're just a few minutes early. Hey, so if you don't mind just punching in what state you're calling in from today, that'd be quite interesting. We've just got a few more minutes yet before we're going to kick this off at 1 o'clock. Right on. Thanks, Jared. You're calling in from Kansas City area, from Georgia. Good. Southern Illinois, Arkansas. Wow, we've got a good representation. I am located in Oklahoma, so we are all kind of so far in some of the southern central states. Washington, right on. Somebody from the west. Very good. I just want to make sure I don't miss anybody that is looking to join. South Texas. Hey, so for those of you that are just joining now, we are just popping in the chat where we're calling in from. I am in Oklahoma, and I see we've got a lot of southeastern states as well as Washington here, and somebody's got some hailing going on. So you must be in the central. And from Tennessee, right on. We have like 1 minute till we're going to kick this off. From Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. I am planning to travel right by Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania in about 2 days, Rob. Houston, Texas. Because I'm super boring talking to myself. Awesome, thank you. Great feedback. All right, I see we hit 1 o'clock, and I know I got a message from a shop owner that said he's going to be a little bit late, but let's get rolling. Let me just move this so I can see my screen better. There we are. Well, thank you for joining. Welcome to this webinar on Shop Owner's Guide to Google Maps. And what I want to do is dive really deep into how you can strategize and how you can help get your shop ranked higher on Google Maps, because we want you ranking for those keyword phrases that people are searching when they've been in accidents. Very good. We just got some more people rolling in here. Awesome. We were just getting started talking about the 2024 guide to Google Maps. If you came today to see a bunch of fancy slides, I'm sorry, you're probably going to be disappointed. But if you came to learn about your Google Maps and your Google business profile, I've got some really good stuff here for you, some good strategies for you that will serve your shop well. And I'd like to try to keep this as interactive as we can. I will throw in some questions out there from time to time. Feel free to ask questions in the chat. I do have the chat here open on another screen. I'll try to keep an eye on it. In case anybody has any questions, just pop them in there and I will try to get to it. All right, let me get my slide presentation going here. Okay. So first of all, we are going to just kind of hit a high level overview of online marketing for your shop. I'm not going to spend a lot of time there because we're going to try to get deep into, obviously, the Google Business Profile portion of your online marketing. Now, I will say this is a part of your online marketing strategy. It can't be the only part, but it is definitely a foundational part. And then obviously the majority of our time is going to be spent around optimizing your Google business profile and different strategies, different tactics that you can use there. And then we're going to talk a little bit about just picking something that you can focus on in your shop to help that grow. I'm just going to tell you a little bit about myself. So I'm Daniel Burkholder. I grew up in the auto body industry in Western Canada. My dad started an auto body shop there in the 80s. So I grew up around it. I managed the shop for quite a number of years up until the summer of 2021. And that's when I got into marketing and sales, and have now decided to combine my knowledge of the collision repair industry with online marketing to help independent shops, just like you guys here today. All right, so a bit of a high level overview on this. We're going to look just briefly at what are your goals right now with your online marketing. I like to think about it this way. You need to determine where you are at and where you want to go, because it's really easy to lose sight of that big picture in the day-to-day. I'm sure you guys know this as well as I do, that when you're in the middle of running a shop, you can kind of lose sight of the bigger picture. So where are you now and where do you want to go with your shop? Maybe it's an annual revenue. What do you want with your marketing, especially to do for your shop? Maybe your goals are really high. Maybe you want to bring your shop up to $500,000 monthly revenue, or maybe it's annual revenue that you want to grow. Maybe you've got some big ambitious goals. Well, let's strategize here how we can use your shop's online marketing to help those goals. I've got a slide here about what is the goal of online marketing, and there's a number of different answers for this, and I imagine all of them are good answers and could be right. These are a few that I thought of. Obviously, you want your online marketing to bring in more leads, get the phone ringing, get people driving to your shop, maybe getting them to fill out a form, getting them to request an estimate. Maybe you're just trying to maintain your market share. Maybe you've had a big consolidator purchase a number of shops in your area, and you are just trying to maintain that and push back against that. Maybe you're trying to grow your annual revenue. Maybe you're trying to beat the competition. Maybe you've got some really aggressive competition and you're really working hard to beat them. Or maybe you're preparing for the future. Maybe you realize that there's potential for consolidators to be purchasing in your area, or whatever it might be, you're just preparing for the future. Or maybe you're a shop that is heavily dependent on DRPs and you'd like to get a better mix of non-DRP work in your shop. Maybe that's what your goal is for online marketing. Here's a bit of a graphic that I put together. Why online marketing? It's to get you in front of the right people at the right time. 91% of people will look for a business online before visiting. So you really want to make sure that you're at your shop Google business profile. And as you can see on the graphic that I made, the Google Maps is very prominent. And I'm sure you probably use Google Maps and you see that showing up in your Google searches, even your organic Google searches, the Google Maps showing up. So very important to be ranking in that top 3 especially. And here I have some more statistics on why you want to rank higher on Google Maps. Maybe you use Apple Maps, maybe there's some other type of map service that you use. Here's some statistics though. Google Maps is a preferred navigation app for 67% of consumers. So as you can see here, they carry a large percentage. Also, consumers end up on Google Maps business listings from a keyword search 84% of the time than from a business name search. So basically the difference there is it's an indirect search rather than a direct search. So 84% of the time they're ending up, let's just think of your shop, whatever your name of your shop is, they are not ending, 84% of the time they are ending up there because they search something like collision repair shop or auto body shop rather than searching your specific name for your shop. So there is just a little bit of an insight of how much potential there is here for making sure that your shop ranking for the main keyword phrases that people are searching for. Some more statistics. Obviously, as you know, the collision repair industry is a needs-based industry. People don't just wake up one morning and say, hey, I want to visit an auto body shop. They have either been in a collision or some type of event, their vehicle has been wrecked. That is why we want to be showing up at the right time. 46% of Google searches have local intent. Basically, what that's saying is, as a local shop, you can leverage the local searches that are going on. Top 3 Google Maps listings will also display in regular Google search results if applicable. And I'm sure you've seen this when you do a search on your desktop in your browser with Google, you will still have the Google Maps listing showing up there as well. So another reason to focus on your Google Maps listing is it's also showing up in the Google organic search as well. 86% of consumers use Google Maps to look up a business, tons of opportunity. And that's what that little graph is all about there. 86%, I'm sorry, that is not what that graph is about. 86% of consumers are using Google Maps. Here is, I threw this in here for a bit of an idea of, I would say traditionally the collision repair industry has not leveraged marketing much. I guess I use that as a fairly broad statement. There, of course, have been shops that have been aggressive. They do aggressive marketing and they're willing to spend a lot of money marketing. Historically, that has not always been the case. Here is a bit of some recommended numbers, some percentages of your annual revenue. So if you're looking to maintain market share, you should be looking at probably around 5% of your annual revenue. If you're looking for some moderate growth, you're more like 6 to 15%. If you're looking for aggressive growth, you're about 15%. So you can do the math for your shop. If you're spending any money on marketing, I would suggest that you start looking into it and maybe start budgeting some money to start marketing, whether it's online or whether it's more traditional marketing like billboards, mailers, events in the community, things like that. All right, so we've discussed the goals a little bit. Now we're going to basically transition into the Google Business Profile. Here's an overview of what I want to talk about. I'm just going to briefly run down over these and then we're going to dig into each of these specifically. Add your shop to Google Maps. Claim your shop Google Business Profile. Verify your shop Google Business Profile. Add information to your shop's Google Business Profile. Add photos. Get Google reviews. Post regularly to your shop's Google Business Profile. And utilize the question and answers on your shop's Google Business Profile. Now, why don't you throw a 1 into the chat if you know and your shop Google Business Profile is live and it's verified. If you know, just put a 1 into the chat, please. I imagine most of you have done this, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time here. Perfect. It looks like I've got some 1s rolling in here. So you guys have this all set up already. That's awesome. So we won't spend a ton of time just digging deep into. Excellent. Very good. You bet, Jared. I know you guys have a number of shops. Let's talk a little bit about the Google Map ranking factors. So I X'd out the local organic because that is the local organic search on Google. That is different than the local pack finder search. But I'd like to break this down for you just a little bit. So as you can see, the largest portion, the 32% comes from in the map, the Google Map search. 32% of the signals are coming from your Google business profile. This is very important. 32% of the factors are coming from your Google business profile. So just trying to enforce how important it is to have this set up properly. And you also see 16% of the factors are coming from the Google reviews. So there again, another good strategy to employ is getting good reviews on your Google business profile. And another portion is the behavioral signals. And this is things like the click-through rate. How many people are calling your shop from the Google business profile? Also, like kind of the dwell time. Google is monitoring that. How much time are people spending? So if you can keep them on your Google business profile longer, it sends signal to Google, which ends up helping your ranking. And I'm going to give you some strategies to try to help people there longer on your Google business profile. Okay, so like I said, I'm not going to spend a ton of time here. This is fairly elementary. Making sure your shop is on Google Maps. If you can't find it, then you are going to need to add it. If you don't know if you've claimed your shop, then go ahead and claim it. You're going to need a Google account to do that. Just get that all set up. Fairly straightforward. If you have any questions on it, don't hesitate. Just message me, email me, and I'm happy to help you out there. If there's anybody on this call that doesn't have this set up yet, but I think we're just going to keep moving on. This is where we get into this is where we get into the optimization portion of it. So now you've got it all set up. You want to make sure that you include obviously your business name, and I can't stress this one enough. It has to be consistent across the internet. And I see lots of shops that when you run a citation report on their shop, their business information, we call it the NAP information, it's the name, address, and phone number, are inconsistent across different citation or online directories or Facebook or Google business profile. We have maybe the one shop name has an LLC on it, or maybe the address is just a little bit different. We have to be very, very consistent across the whole internet, Google business profile, all your social pages, all the online directories, CarWise, BBB, anywhere that your shop information is, make sure it's the same as your Google business profile. Very important, because Google is monitoring all of that and looking at what all the online directories are saying, and they want to see it all the same. Another note that I would mention under the phone is use a local number. Google, from my digging and my learning, is Google doesn't like a toll-free number in here because toll-free numbers are frequently used as spam. So I would recommend using a local number in your Google business profile. Just use a local number. And of course, make sure your website is listed here. Keep your hours up to date. And now going into, I just admit one more person, there we go. So here, now we're right inside the editing your business information. I definitely want to point out your business category. Make sure your primary category is auto body shop, and not auto repair and maintenance, I think is what it says. You want your primary category to definitely be auto body shop. Now you can use secondary categories as well, but you don't want to confuse Google with sending that signal to them saying, hey, I want to rank against mechanic shop, because that's not at all what you don't want to be ranking when people are searching for mechanical repairs. And then you have the description section. This is often an underutilized section as well. Write a thorough description using your main keyword phrases. And obviously you want to write it in a very conversational tone, but mix those keyword phrases in there. You're sending information to Google through that description what you want your shop to rank for. This is one that I see is often underutilized. Highly recommend if you do not have that filled out. I believe you can fit around 700 characters or 700 words. I'm not quite sure, but you can fit a nice amount of text in there. You can also include your social media channels on your Google Business profile. They've added that feature. It's been a while now that that feature has been available, but if you're not aware of it, just scroll down to the bottom of your business information, and there's a little section there that says a spot where you can add your social links so people can click right through to your social pages. Here is an example of a shop that has a well-written shop description, and maybe I'll just read it to you. This is a shop that's about 3 hours from me, from Allen Auto Body Collision Repair in Oklahoma, with over 35 years of experience in the OKC auto body shop industry. Notice the keywords that are being used: auto body shop industry. We are Oklahoma City's premier collision repair expert. We provide our customers with quality and reliable collision repair services. Another keyword phrase in OKC. With us, you will receive top quality repairs from a company that truly cares about the safety of our customers. We stand behind our collision repair work. That's why we offer a lifetime warranty on our workmanship. We proudly serve NW, Oklahoma City, OKC Metro, and the surrounding areas. Contact us today to see our team of collision damage repair experts. How our team of collision damage repair experts can help you get back on the road. So definitely, if you're not utilizing that, just write a nice paragraph about your shop to optimize your profile, your Google Business profile. All right, here's another section that this is getting a little creative. There is on your Google Business profile a place where you can sell products. I'm suggesting that you package up some of your services and list them as products. Basically sending those signals to Google. Maybe it's things like free estimates. You go in, you put a nice picture, you fill out all the information of the free estimate product. Maybe it's a detailing package, a collision repair package. I'm trying to think outside the box a little bit here on this one, but definitely some potential to list your services as packages and put them into this product section. And here's another one that I imagine is being used significantly, and I'm sure all you guys here probably are as well, is just make sure you're loading photos. Google loves photos of your shop, of your office, of your staff, before and after repairs. Just keep uploading those photos consistently. Don't necessarily just upload 100 to start with and then stop. Keep adding them to your shop as time progresses. Keep updating more photos there. Because Google knows that consumers love photos, so Google loves what our consumers love. All right, so I'm basically moving on to the Google reviews. We're going to spend a bunch of time here on the Google reviews. Do you want to enter in the chat if you have a strategy for generating Google reviews at your shop? I'm curious if you have a consistent method of generating reviews at your shop. Maybe just, I don't know if you want to explain or put a yes in there if you do have a bit of a system to do that at your shop. Okay, well, if you don't, that's okay. I'm going to give you some ideas today. As you know, we all love reviews. Thanks, Jared. Excellent. Okay, excellent. Daryl, you've got a strategy as well. Getting Google reviews as we saw back on that graph, was 16% of the factors that Google's ranking the Google Business Profile with. So definitely a good strategy to be developing. I'm sure you have all used Google reviews to make a buying decision, or whether you're going to go to a place. I know I do. And interestingly enough, as a consumer, I like seeing some negative reviews because I like reading how the owner replies to them. I think that really is illuminating to the consumer how we reply. And we're going to touch on that some more. I'm getting a little bit ahead of myself here. So actively have a system in place for generating these reviews. I'm going to give you some more statistics. And if you haven't gathered by now, I love statistics. So here's some fun ones that I gathered together. Which review factors make a consumer feel positive about using a business? 69% of written review describes a positive experience. 55% business owner has responded to the review. So 55% of consumers like to see the business owner having responded to the review. 53% review has a high star rating. 48% the reviewer is named rather than anonymous. So they actually like to see a name there, not just some anonymous one. And I think I can tell you why. And I'll just maybe save that for a little bit. 40% of the review has been 41%, the review has been posted within the last month. So 41% of consumers like to see fresh reviews. They don't want to see reviews from 2 years ago, 3 years ago. They want to see reviews that are stacked up from the last month. 37% appealing photo accompanies the review. Now that one would be a little tough for us to really change unless we are specifically requesting that our customers are taking a picture of their finished car, their vehicle, their repaired car. So we might be able to leverage that one a little bit. 34%, the written review has high quality spelling and grammar. Isn't that interesting? So the consumer likes to see a well-written review. Should you respond to all your shop reviews? And if you don't know the answer, I'm going to tell you the answer. Absolutely yes. Every single review needs to be replied to. And there's even statistics. I don't know if I included it in these slides. There's statistics on how soon a reviewer expects to see a response from the owner of the business or the representative of the business. I think it's within like 24 hours. So absolutely, we need to be replying to the reviews. Now from the consumer side, consumers are 41% more likely to use a business that responds to all of its reviews than a business that doesn't respond. So definitely respond to all your reviews. Now here's a little hack for helping your shop rank better. Include keyword phrases in your response. So obviously we're collision repair shop. There's a lot of different keywords. I don't know if you've ever done any keyword research for your shop, for your area. Try to be including those in your response to the reviews that you're getting for your shop. I'll write some more stats. That's about when people leave reviews if asked. So if you're a little shy about asking people to leave reviews, here's maybe some stats that will help you. So basically, 2 out of 10 will leave a review when asked. So if you do a bit of math, if your shop is, just for easy math, let's say your shop is completing 100 ROs, 100 cars, vehicles per month. With a good review management system, you should be able to bring in around 20 reviews per month. Now, you might be thinking, well, I don't necessarily ask everyone to leave a review. That's correct. If you know someone's upset, if you know it's been a bad experience, you've tried your hardest, but it still has just not been a good experience for anybody, you don't ask those kinds of people, obviously. 19% always left a review when asked. 26% left a review more than half the time when asked. So that's some interesting statistics there. Don't be shy about asking. Just go ahead and ask. for that review if you know, especially the person's really happy. All right, how to ask for Google reviews. Here's some more statistics. This is a 2019 survey, so it is a little bit older. And there's probably no right necessarily way to do this. Here's some stats. 59% in person during the sale, 54% in an email, 35 over the phone, 32 on a receipt, 24 SMS message, and just on down through. Let's get a little more practical. How to ask for Google reviews. Maybe just let them know right up front when you're checking the car in. Let them know from the start that you value their opinion and that you will be asking for feedback. So obviously that'll take some training with your CSR, but that you set it right up front that you're going to be looking for their feedback. And then obviously if they've got great feedback, that's where you can come in and say, hey, would you be willing to leave us a Google review and help us out in person while the person is picking up their repaired car? So that's just basically what I was saying is we set up the expectation and then we ask them when they're picking up their car. If the person is super happy and really praising you a lot, that's a great time to just lean into that and say, hey, would you be willing to support your local auto body shop and leave us a Google review? Create opportunities. Ask them if there are any ways that you can improve your service. That's setting it up where you can ask them for that Google review if they have a good response to that. And obviously don't force it. If the person doesn't seem interested, just leave it alone. Just it's okay. You don't necessarily need to get a review from everybody. I did leave a picture here of a cool little device that you can purchase. You can have it sitting on your desk. You can actually carry it like a business card. And it's as simple as a person tapping it with their phone, and it will pull up your shop Google Business profile where they can leave you a review, basically trying to make it easy as we can for our customers to leave us that review. There's not friction there for them. If your shop has any type of follow-up phone calls after the repair has been completed, you follow up with a phone call in a couple days or a week. If the person is really happy with the repair, that could be a time to ask them if they would be willing to leave you a Google review. Also, if you have text messaging services for your shop, you can maybe set up some type of text message workflow that when you know you have a happy customer, you can start that workflow with them where it sends them text messages asking for a Google review and following up with them in that way. I think that's another great way to get that Google review. Also, you can do it in emails. If you use email with your customers in a follow-up email, you can just keep the email short and sweet. And there again, maybe you have an email service where you can just set up a workflow where that automatically happens after the repair is completed and you know you have a happy customer. Another strategy is to have a card. If you guys hand out a gift bag or a swag bag in the car, just have a card in there, have a QR code where they can scan the code and it pulls up the review portion of your Google Business profile. Make it very easy for them if they're happy to leave that Google review. Also, another way you can do it is on your social media posting. Just occasionally post about asking for reviews. Maybe that seems a little bold, but I think, a lot of your customers, especially the loyal customers, are going to be happy to do that for you. So don't be shy. Just post about it occasionally, maybe once a month, maybe twice a month. I don't know. I don't think there's any magic to it. But bring that up in your social posting that they can help support their local auto body shop through that. Now, here's a couple ways that you should not be asking for Google reviews. This one might come as a bit of a shocker, and I'm not I'm not the policeman. I'm not from Google. But according to Google standards and Google terms, you are not supposed to, you're not allowed to give gifts or discounts for Google reviews. Now, I know that's being done. Just make sure Google doesn't catch you doing that, because that is against their terms. Like I said, I'm not from Google, so I'm not policing this one. I'm just passing along that is against their terms and conditions. So don't, I'm not saying you shouldn't do it. I'm just saying don't let Google find out if you are. Don't ask apologetically. And definitely not responding to your reviews. Make sure you're responding to all the ones you are getting, especially the negative ones and the positive ones as well. And don't be spamming people about reviews. And I have one more. And there we go. So I don't know if you have ever seen this. I took this screenshot from my Facebook feed. This was advertising to me to get 30 Google business reviews for $300. You don't want to do this. It could look tempting to buy a whole bunch of reviews. Not a good idea for a number of reasons. Remember how you don't want to have anonymous reviews. You want to have good spelling. You want to have authentic, genuine reviews on your Google business profile. It's not worth it to be buying these reviews. But there are companies out there that will sell you Google reviews, as you can see right here on this screenshot from my Facebook feed. So definitely don't be doing that. And just to remind you, why are we collecting these Google reviews? It's because 16% of your Google Map ranking factors come from your Google reviews. So definitely a good, strong strategy to be building there. Let's go on to some more. We're at number 6. We got 2 more to go. Posting regularly to your shop's Google business profile. It'd be interesting to know how many of you are utilizing this or even knew that your shop had a place, your Google business profile had a spot where you can post updates. Anybody brave enough to throw into the chat, where did you know that your shop had a place to post updates? Perfect. So I see a mix. Did not know. Yes. Okay, let's talk about this some more. And Mr. Roy, I'm going to jot that down. I will let you know where you can get one of those tab cards. I will follow up with you after this webinar. Okay, excellent. So great. Some of you know about it and hopefully you're utilizing it. Some of you did not know. Ashley, what you need to do is go into your Google Business admin page, and there it's going to be at the top of the screen. I'm just trying to mentally picture it in my head where it is. It'll say, I believe it's post update or updates, and you just click on there. A great way to send signals to Google. And what I do for clients is set this right up with their social posting, so it goes right out to their Google business profile as well. So the social posts go right to their Google business profile as well. What we're looking to do, obviously, is some of the behavioral signals that we're sending into Google, get people to spend more time on your Google business profile. There's just a lot of things you can do. Basically, I would recommend just use it like your social profile, or sorry, your social strategy. It's just another avenue to send signals to Google and get people to spend more time on your Google business profile. And so here's an example of one of my clients. This is their post updates page, and we just push out the same post we're sending to their social media feeds, pushing right into their Google business profile as well. All right, and I just threw in here, I don't think I'm going to spend a lot of time here. I threw a couple examples of posts that you can, Facebook posts that that we're utilizing to send out into the Google Business Profile as well. If you want a copy of this, just hit me up. I'm happy to share this with you. Also, I think I've also created a prompt for ChatGPT. So I don't know your thoughts on AI, but if you are using AI at all, I'd be happy to share that prompt with you. And you can go ahead and throw it into ChatGPT. And as you know, ChatGPT can be temperamental, so he doesn't always give you the same answers. But so far, I'm pretty happy with the content that he spits out to me. Those of you that would like copies, I'm trying to think what would be the best way. Could you drop your email address in the chat, please? Because some of you, I think you're logged in with a different Zoom name than maybe what you registered. Okay. Email email would probably be best. So if you would like that ChatGPT prompt or the sweet, okay, I see those emails rolling in. I will worry about that after the webinar is over. I'll send those out to you guys. And I will just send you the prompt and also this document that I have here as well. All right. Here's the last one that I have. And this is another strategy that we deploy as well. So did you know that your business page, your Google business page, has a FAQ section? It's a question and answer section. You can actually go in there and see that yourself. You just need two Google business, or sorry, you just need two, sorry, I'm just drawing a blank. You just need two email addresses. You can feed these questions and then answer them. Excellent way to build your Google Business Profile strategy. I don't think many places are utilizing this at all. So go ahead. You know those frequently asked questions that you're getting. Put them in there and then answer them. And of course, you're going to be giving a very thorough answer. You're going to be using keyword phrases. So I would say just use that and don't hesitate, because Google loves all that content. It can actually pull that information from there. When they crawl your Google Business Profile, they can use that information in the little snippets that they put out. I would say this one is a really cool one if you're looking to really optimize your Google Business Profile, is to use the question and answer section for your shop. All right. So I think I ran through all 7 of them. What are some takeaways that you have? You don't necessarily have to put them in the chat. You can if you want. What is one area that you could improve your shop's website? And I see I have a website there. I should have Google Business Profile. And what is maybe that one thing that's going to be the easiest for you guys to change that can really help move the needle for you? Just think about that a bit. Let's strategize. Think long term. Where do you want to be in 2025? What's your annual revenue goals? What's your number of technicians? Why do you want to do this? Does your SEO strategy, does your Google Business Profile strategy support that long-term vision? What are the action items that you're going to take away today? And ultimately, what would it mean to you to be able to successfully do this? Now, maybe you're feeling like, man, I need some help. I've got a couple options for you. I've got a couple things that you could use. I'm going to send you some resources here in a little bit once we're all done. On our website, we do offer a checklist that you can just go on there and download, which will help you to strategize through your shop online marketing strategy. I feel like if you found this webinar useful, we offer for independent shops like yours, we offer a free SEO strategy. So basically what we do is we will run a bunch of reporting, which is based off your website and your Google Business Profile. So I do need a website to be able to run these reports. So if you don't have a website, I'm sorry, I won't be able to run these reports for you. But if you do, we can really dig deep into how your shop is ranking in your area. And you can, I don't know if you have a big enough screen that you can see the little map off here on the left of my slide. We can dig into how your shop is ranking and develop a bit of a strategy specifically for your shop. So if you're interested in doing that, I'm happy to set up some time that we could do that and review it together. I would say let me know either here on this call, or you can go to our website, bodyshopmarketing.io/contact, and set up some time there with me. I am leaving to travel here on Thursday, so you might have, if you're looking to do it, you might need to schedule for when I'm back in the office. I will, I'm just going to run over just briefly. I'm not going to spend a lot of time here and bore you with this, but just to give you a little bit of an idea of what we do here at Body Shop Marketing. Right here, you see a circle. This is our methodology. We build based off of an optimized website and Google Business Profile, building that strong. If you don't have that foundation for your online marketing, that needs to come first. And then we run a ongoing search engine optimization program, which obviously includes your website and your Google Business Profile. We also have the reputation management and messaging services that we provide, and the geofencing services, and the pay-per-click and social media services is the kind of the full circle of what we do here at Body Shop Marketing. All right, so we dove deep. Do you have any questions that you would like to ask me here on this call? We've got a little bit of time yet, but if there's any questions, feel free to hit me up now. And if just jotting down here. Very good. Well, I appreciate, if there's no questions, I appreciate your time. And you betcha, Daryl. Hey, I know that you have a call scheduled with me for tomorrow. So let's discuss that more tomorrow, if you don't mind, on the pricing. Obviously, that it's a little subjective with packages and programs, depending on what the shop's needs are. But that's a great question. Thank you, Jared. I appreciate having you here. So definitely, if you have any questions, reach out. I do typically one of these once a month. So if you are interested in joining again, just keep your eyes open in my Facebook feed. And yeah, definitely. Yes, we can schedule some time. I'm sorry, I don't know if I'll be available next week at all. Let's I'll get together with you on that. And yeah, I'm sorry if I'm saying, I don't know if I'm saying your name right. All right, guys. Well, I appreciate you being here, and I look forward to yeah, touching base with you guys again. Like I said, if you have any questions, you have my email. You feel free to email me or text message me. You've got text messaging option there as well. You guys are all welcome. I appreciate you coming. This has been amazing. This is definitely the largest webinar I have ever hosted. I hope I brought some value to you guys. And Roy, I see you raised your name. Rob, I should touch base with you. I'm going to be coming right by your shop. A little south, though, I think. I don't know if we'll go right through Pittsburgh. Roy, let me just, would you let me unmute? There we go. I'm sorry.
Can you hear me, Daniel?
Yes, Roy, I can.
Great. Yeah, so I know you mentioned something about geofencing. Is that part of the Google program or is that something different?
So geofencing is actually something different. Basically, what that is we have the technology to take all of your competitors and draw a geofence right around their shop. And as soon as somebody walks through that geofence with their location services turned on their phone, which I think statistically it's 90% of people, as soon as they walk through that, it picks up the mobile ID, and then we can feed ads to all, well, not to all of them, but to hundreds of thousands of apps and into their browser. And if they are running like a device that's connected, like I use Apple devices, so my iPhone, my MacBook, all of those devices are on a like an account. We can feed ads into all of those devices. Now, obviously, you can't feed ads right as it like a direct message onto their main screen. It has to be a through an app or their browser.
Okay, so it's not part of the Google software system. It's a different.
No, it's separate from Google. You betcha.
Got it. Okay, I appreciate it.
Yeah, absolutely. And Roy, I had you scheduled a call with me next week?
I don't think I did.
Okay. Okay. I thought there was a Roy that I think had, but I didn't know if you were the one. Right
Okay,
on.
thank you.
Great question though. Yeah, absolutely. Are there any other questions out there? I see some of you are still hanging around. If you want, I can unmute you if there's any questions. Excellent. Well, you guys have a great day. Thanks for joining in. Take care for now.